Alright guys, it's going to be a need a tool, make a tool. However, the tool is a blade. So that's what we're going to do today. We got a bunch of, we call it bamboo. A bunch of tall stuff I'll show you later growing out in the back. Got somebody coming over to mow, and I got some logs buried out there and some equipment and stuff like that. So I need to make a machete of some sort to kind of hack around it so they don't run into the equipment that we have. And I thought it'd be a good opportunity to take one of these. I don't know if you call this one a Farrier Rasp or not. I mean, Farrier would use it. It's a finer one. I didn't want to use a heavy toothed one like that. All right, because well, a lot of people say, you know, these grooves could create fracture points or weaken the blade. So I thought this would be a good opportunity, as long as it doesn't take my leg off, to use one of these, and we'll turn it into a machete type thing. I'll throw a dirty handle on it, and we'll give her a try just to see how well it holds up. Okay, so that's it. Quick machete. First thing I want to do is I want to get this. I mean, I hate to lose that steel, so I'm going to see if I can upset that tang back into something useful. It's probably not worth the time, but we'll give it a try anyway. Just see if, you know, I'll give it 3 or 4 heats. If I'm not feeling like it's moving anywhere for that amount of steel, actually, no, the heck with it. I'm going to nip it off. Because there is enough steel there to make some type of fire steel or something out of it. So we'll nip it off. Tell with this sun whether I got heat there or not. Alright, lift that sucker off. And since we're in this orientation anyway, we'll just call that the blade. I'll start flattening this stuff out. We don't need a huge amount of width on it. We certainly don't want a too thin of an item either. But I want to have a handle on it. So I'm hoping the blade and like this long with a handle. That's what I'm hoping. I didn't already mention that I have already annealed a bunch of these files. So I'm just going to flatten these down. And again, don't be yelling at me. I'm leaving those in to really see how much of an effect they have on the blade as far as strength and that goes. So it's not for looks this time. Most of my knives I leave them in there for looks. But this one here we're doing. Let's see how the sucker breaks, because it's got to be a relatively thin item. What I do is try to go from like a kukri kind of shape, a little more blade out front, and then a little thinner back towards the tang. I think that's what I want to do anyway. Makes sense to me. So we're going to try to take as much meat as we can here, and then I'll go ahead and get my link back here. It's going to hurt us to get kind of clean this crap off either, so clean that tip up, but let's go, that's the blade. Just get something drawn out here. Get it thinned out. I think I can clean that end up a little bit. We're not going to try to make a huge project out of it, because we're going to turn right around and use it. Stage anyway. Another thing I didn't do that I always do is I didn't grind these edges off, so it'll be interesting to see if any of those start cracking before I get done with the forging process. I'm going to weld a handle on this thing. Alright, let's see if we can start cleaning up this end a little bit. It just bothers me to look at it like that. It ain't that bad, actually. little farther. I think I'm going to change my mind. Originally I was going to do a kukri type thing, but I'm in no mood to deal with recurve today. So I will thin it and get some length. But I'm not going to put a recurve. After a machete, a good chopping blade, that's it. A bit farther and then we'll start stretching it out. A bit of a banana there if that's okay. For now anyway. Okay for now. Try to pull that out a little. I think I'm going to change this tip. I don't like the way it's looking. So before I get too far into it, more of a drop on that tip. Got some of the banana out of there too. Work a little more on that tip and then we'll come on down with the blade a little bit. I'm shaping that tip. I got to make sure I didn't go wider on that tip in the process. So by the time I bring that edge around, I think we'll be okay. Let's bring this edge down, work along. I think we'll be okay. A bit more of a camp knife look to it, I guess. Alright, and I think we can get a little bit more out of that middle section. A little bit more out of this section. I think there's some meat to be stolen. So we'll just work it out. That ain't looking too bad right there. I think. Go to the next section. I may thin it, or not thin it, but narrow it a little bit. Drop it. Just get a little length. We're going to do about geometry here. Okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna just drop this a little bit. My objective is to keep the blade in line and just drop the back. Never seen a blade like that. I'm sure there's a name for it. Alright, just to try to pick up a little bit of length. Just pick up a little bit of length. Don't want to get too weak there. hate to complain about the sun, but it makes it hard to see my color, that's for sure. Let's see what we can do about getting that. Well, it's hot enough, you just can't see it. Let's see about getting this edge dropped and in line with the original. It's going to be hokey to grind, but we should have a straight line there, I think. I'll shut that other door so you guys don't think I'm hammering on black steel. Where's the shit? I gotta shut the doors. Maybe I forgot to turn off the thing. Looking in and out a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get her cleaned up and straightened up. What I'm trying to do is make it so that the grind isn't going to be a horrible thing to do. But I'm okay with that. I'm almost okay with the length. We'll see. I think I'm going to go just a little bit farther here. The rest for the hand. These two are relatively about the same thickness. Okay with that, we got a banana going on here, which probably isn't a horrible thing, but I don't like it, so we're going to take that out. That's going to take a little creative heating since it's getting so long on the flare. Our forge almost isn't big enough for this job, so this is that's my spine. So we're just going to bring that guy down so that the cutting edge is in line. Looks like a steeple knife. I don't know. Let's see if we can get that sucker back to where she belongs. You know, in the process, upsetting some of the steel on the edge, so that's not too bad right there. So that's straight, right? Which is what I was after initially, and now I want to just roll that nose up a little. See about rolling that nose up. I don't know why. I just want it to go to a nice shape out there, I guess. Sure, I'm still the same thickness. She gave me some good front weight there for chopping. I think it just looks goofy to me, but when we get her out there, I bet you we'll see what we're trying to do. Well, I'll straighten her out one more time. We'll start working on that handle. I don't know what to do with. So we're okay with this, and then we'll come back. Just give it some look like we wanted it to be the way it is. Clean up the spine. I kind of like that little clip point going on here. That's kind of sexy. We don't need it, but it's sexy. And let's go ahead. For the handle, I don't need to do much, but I need length on the sucker. So and again, it's going to be a full tank. So we'll go ahead and squeeze it down and stretch her out the best we can. Probably about the same size as this blade back here. What we got? So I have blade down to here. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop that blade. Just give you a line of definition there. We'll make that look pretty in the process when we get done. Alright. I'm okay with how it looks there. Let me just take care of the rest of it. Let's go ahead and drop the rest of this tang down. I think we're going to have plenty of handle there. Handle. What we're looking at, I'd like to drop it all down so I kind of see what I got. I'm going to do that without losing my handle. I'm liking that. Structure out a little bit, the handle that is, the tang. We got lazy coal today for some reason, just doesn't want to. Heat very fast. And I'm just trying to get a little more length out of this tang as I can. I think we'll go one more time. Try to get that length I want. Some length out of this thing. That's all we're going to ask for. As far as length goes, I think we're okay. Ugly as hammer marks. We're not quite done yet. So I'm going to grind that out, and then what I want to do is I want to have a little bit fatter tang, like something to hold on to, so it's not going to slide out of your hand towards the back. So we'll go ahead and put that shape in, and then I think we just got to clean it up. We'll be done. It's been about 37 minutes. Alright, like I said, this corner here I'm going to take with the grinder. So I would say somewhere about there. I'd like to bring it back a little. Still giving enough handhold. Also enough flare here on the end, so I'm okay with that. I think that's what I wanted to do. Things are not where I want them to be on the handle in line with the blade, and then we'll start cleaning things up. About getting this handle where I want it, reference to the blade. A little bit of a forward cant, kind of what I'm after. that. Yeah. Alright, we'll get the hammer marks out of it. Might as well do the handle since it's hot. We'll go to the grinder, see what we end up with. Let's see if this flatter can help us out a little bit when it comes to getting these handle marks out. Time for recasting the brass. It's not horrible. Alright. Go ahead and straighten that handle up before we lose all of our heat. Let's play the blade a little bit. Alright, let's move up the blade. Alright, move up this blade with the flatter. Stay there now. Don't be a pain. Don't got much time with the fan blowing on and everything. Hopefully everything's okay there. Looks pretty good. As good as it's going to get. We'll try to put a straightness on it there if we can. I think we're going to have to come back. Redo that anyway. Alrighty. A little more work up towards the front. Getting there. Especially that tip. Definitely get that cleaned up. Horrible. Let's put it on that side too. We're getting close. We gotta just straighten everything out. I'm telling you. This sucker has the name warp written all over it. I might have to move some of that propane for it just to heat the blade. You heat her up and straighten her out. This thing's going to be a pain in the butt. You bring it up to quenching temperature. It really is. So I'm just cleaning some stuff up to save me a little bit on the grind. And we're going to go ahead and try to get this sucker straight. Straight as I can see anyway. Bad. Ain't too snabby. I don't see any twists in it. Blade looks okay. Just a little bit here. Now I can't see it. Alrighty, there you go. That's one camp machete, maybe we'll call it that. So I got almost the length I was looking for out of the blade. A couple inches short, but that's alright. Let me go ahead and bring this up to temperature a few times, normalize it, and we'll go to the grinder. Alright, well that sucker's cooling down. I cut the handle off. You're looking at about a 13-inch blade, no, about a 12-inch blade by the time we get done. That ain't much of a machete. I have a little trouble getting over the 12-inch mark, but I don't want to go too thin with it. I think that's going to be good. I don't think I'm going to hurt myself with it. We'll let her cool. We'll get her ground up, get some holes drilled, put a handle on it. Yeah. Alright, we got the grind on it that I want, enough for heat treating. I'll tell you, that last freaking hole did not want to drill. I went through 2 bits trying to get through that. The other ones weren't too bad at all. I even heated it up red hot. I mean, I did a lot of things, but anyway, that's it. It's a good size. I think it's going to turn out all right. What I need to do now is heat treat this. We're going to quench it in oil. Hopefully I can get an even that's not correct. Hopefully I can get an even heat across this off that forge right now. So let's give her a go. I had to go to the propane forge in order to get an even heat on this thing. Just about up to quenching temperature. I hope. Here goes nothing. Let's hope it's everything. Now that might not have looked at the right temperature in the sunlight, but trust me, it was. Question is, oh no, we're scary dish. A little work, just a little work, just a little work. There. Not too far. Hurry up, Chandler. That doesn't look too bad from the machete. Actually, from a blind dude, that's the way it's going to be anyway. Alrighty, so we'll see what kind of hardness we get out of this. Let's hope we're okay. Don't drop it, Jim. I'll be back. Got her kind of washed off, but we got a good hardness out of it. Scary, almost good hardness. It's such a thin blade, and I don't see any warping in it now. I did have to straighten it a little bit, but it didn't hurt us. So we'll clean her up, we'll put a temper on it. I'll just use the torch and try to get a variable temper. We want this thing relatively durable and easily resharpened. So I think we're going to go deep into the blue up on the spine there. But let me get it cleaned up. I'll be back. Got it cleaned up. I got it clamped in between two pieces of angle iron to hopefully work as a heat sink. I'm just going to go ahead and try to temper the handle and just the spine if I can. This torch. Do this before, so I'm a little hesitant. Well, we'll see what we end up with. That's going to soak. I won't lie to you. Usually this thing goes right into water to lock it in. But you guys yell at me when I do that. I have not had any problems doing that. So we're going to see if we can do it without being yelled at today. I'm gonna let that soak because I'm brown right to the heat sink, and I'm way soft on the spine, which I wanted. I tempered it a little bit more than I would do a normal knife, that's for sure. And again, I would have locked that temper in a while ago. But let me get some tongs. We'll see if there's anything to look at there. Although dropping it wouldn't be totally catastrophic at this point. So if we take a look, we did very well on the spine. Alright, we got a little bit blue here and just a little golden down to here, but not a lot of golden creeping down at this point because of the heat sink. I think I'm okay with that. I think this is going to be plenty strong down here. And it's going to be sitting here for a while, still soaking. Let's see what kind of temperatures we're at. So we're already cooled down to 200. I almost kind of, are you actually in the picture yet? I almost want this golden just about like that down there, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll clamp her back in. I'm a little worried about the tip. But at the same time, I'm trying to make this as a kind of machete brush tool. So we don't want that tip breaking off anyway. Did I turn my gas off? So let's just go ahead, throw a little bit more. I don't want the blue down there though. A little bit more. I'll let you go a little farther, but I don't want you going much farther. About it. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we end up with that one. Hopefully we didn't go too far. We did it, we did. So we got, yeah, see that's a little bit more what I want. I want flexibility back here and that golden. This blue down here doesn't make me happy, but it doesn't make me extremely upset either. That's the weak spot anyway. So, and then this is our main chopping area. So I'm much pleased, yeah, gold straw. So this got a little bit too much, but I'm okay. Alrighty, so there we are, tempered up. Let me get this thing finished ground, finished ground, final grind. Except the final edge, because I don't like to put edge on. We'll find some handle material and handle it up, and I'll be back. This is going to be what I call the finished grind, as far as surface and everything. I like it. It's fine. It's got character. That's what we'll call it, character. I did, I have the bevels in. I'm not extremely happy with that little bit of drop that I ended up with there, but that's all right. It's a handmade knife. It's meant to chop that stuff out there anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and find myself some wood to put a handle on this thing, and once that's done, we'll go back and put that final edge in, and I think this thing will be done. Of wingy or wenge, I don't know for sure how you say it, that I'm going to put in there. I'm going to leave this part exposed for a lanyard. Good grip on it. So I rough cut it and got the ends, you know what I mean, ready to go. And now I'll just go ahead and put a rough, dang close, but rough sand on it before I glue it all together, and then I'll finish up the sanding just to make sure that there's nothing goofy going on. I like this part, but we're getting close. You're way up here, but anyway, I got the everything but the ergonomic portion of the shape of the handle is relatively close now, and I like to get as close as I can so that when we go to put the handle on, I know what's going to happen. Our balance is just a little in front of the handle right now, which isn't too bad. You got to get into this spot, this radius here, and because I'm leaving this exposed, we want to definitely have something going on there too. So I think we are good to go. I will glue this son of a gun up, and it's gonna look good, I think. It's a big knife. It is a chete-knife. Let me glue it up. 4 hours into this process, and we are ready to start putting some epoxy on. We got some 5-minute epoxy, so let's hope that, let me get some gloves. Let's hope that nothing crazy happens. I have my pieces laid out as they go, so I shouldn't mess that up too badly. The knife is taped so I don't get epoxy anywhere that I don't want it. And I got my clamps ready, so here goes nothing. 5-minute epoxy, I hope I got enough. Oh yeah, I got it. We gotta start the clock. So we'll steer this stuff up for a minute. Good, our wood is clean and ready to go, so we're going to have the right side. Go ahead and put some epoxy there. Down in the hole, lay that there. This one here will do the same thing. Alright, roll down in the hole. Set you off to the side and we'll go ahead and coat the knife. Push down below and coat it. Both sides. About it with these grooves from this file, it'll hold the epoxy well. That's the back jet. Faux show. Alright. That's the end of that. How's my time going? Go ahead. Put some epoxy in that pin. Ready? We will epoxy these pins. Coming up on about 3 minutes, I bet you. And we will set this guy. That. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We will take our first clamp. Squeeze that sucker down there. We'll take our second clamp. Squeeze that sucker down there. And our third clamp. That, and then what I want to do, just to make sure those pins are out a little bit, but not much, I'm just going to drive those pins just a millimeter out, just to make sure they stop there. There you go. I don't know how long it took, but hopefully in 5 minutes we'll have something that we can look at. I'll be back. And there you have it, all epoxied up, good old goop. We'll give her another 5-10 minutes to just really set in. Pins are out perfectly. I'm going to zip these pins off. We'll put some ergonomic design on this. Now I want it rectangular because I want indexing to be there, but this also, you know, the point of this was for chopping for a long time. So we'll curve those edges. We'll make your fingers fit left and right hand, so when one hand gets tired, or if you chop that hand off, you can switch hands. And then again, we're really trying to keep this part so it's, you know, you got a nice secure pull on it. so it's not going to slip out of your hand. So I'll be back once we got that done. Alright, I got the handle all set now. It's not, I don't have the finish on it yet. What I decided to do, I came up with a different darkening agent in one of my other videos, recent videos. I'm going to put that on here, and that'll give me the opportunity to test the wear. I don't think it's going to wear well. It's not. It's meant for an under, you know, to go underneath poly or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and put that coat on right now, and we'll see. We'll see kind of what happens. It's a secret recipe. Oh yeah, very secret. Very, very secret recipe. And I'm going to try not to get it. Oh, that brush is stiff. Actually, hang on. I'm going to wipe it out. Hold on. It's kind of a secret recipe at the moment. We'll just wipe this on. I don't want to get, I hope it doesn't seep up into the wooden handle. That's the thing that worries me, but we're going to find out. This is the first time I've tried it on carbon steel. So this should be very interesting to see. And this will take a couple of coats. When you wipe it on like this, it takes a little longer, a few more coats for it to take effect. Go black right up the spine there. So yeah, you can see it. It's already darkening up on me. Actually, it's kind of pretty. Kind of pretty in that darkness right there. Wow, like a slate. Interesting. Well, it looks like carbon steel takes it. Now we got an... Wow, that is just beautiful, isn't it? Can you see that darkness? Amazing. Alright. Oh yeah, I was going to do this back part too. I'm not going to do the spine in the handle. I just don't want that like that. But this is a good test. Love this stuff. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. It's almost a purple. Almost a purple black. But we'll throw a few more coats on there. And we'll see exactly what happens. And then it'll be a good test to see how well it holds up to, because you know, the reason I made this, if I assume this knife will not fail. If it doesn't, it's going to be for sale. Actually, I have somebody that might be interested in it, but if not, first person to offer me $300 for this blade plus shipping, and you can have a 12 inches, exactly 12-inch blade. Shoot me an email at oldschoolforge@yahoo.com, and if the person that might want this doesn't want it, it'll be yours. Alright, we'll let that stuff kind of sit for a little while. Maybe I'll put another couple of coats on, and then I'll go put the final edge on. And that should look pretty damn sharp. I mean, it's just beautiful. Beautiful color. I got the final grind on there, I believe. I'm going to take this wrap off this handle, put the finish on, and then I'll come back and let you see the final product. Now that's your knife. Yeah, you lied, because this part's just too darn pretty to miss. Ready? Look at that, huh? Oh, that's just beautiful. So let's just wipe on poly right here. I don't know. I thought this was Wenge or Wenge, but it sure looks a lot like Bacote to me, and it certainly didn't work like I remember Wenge working. So I'm not exactly sure, but it sure does look like Bacote. Damn, that's pretty. Maybe it's too pretty to sell, Chandler. What do you think? Should you keep it? Or should you try to pay your rent sometime this month? Alright. Now you've seen it. That is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Sharper than sharp. When this thing's dry, I'll let you come back and I'll show you how sharp I think it is, and then we'll give it a try. There you have it. 12 inches exactly on the blade, 18 and a quarter overall length. Very thin blade. I'm shocked we didn't get it work. I mean, that is a worse work. It is as sharp as you want anything to be. So let's go see if it works on those goddamn weeds out there. No, let's head outside. Damn. Alright, boys and girls, let's see if the thing actually does what it was designed to do. They're going to mow this field down. The problem is, I have stuff in here. Pretty cool. I'd say it's worth like cutting like butter, man. It's crazy. I'd say it works. Holy cow. Nothing. It's a little sharper than sharp. Man, I'd almost do a rope test. You want to try a rope test before we close? Let's do it. I don't know how to do the rope shot. So, I'll be surprised if I can make it happen, but here we go. Gosh, I got ladders in the way. I didn't even try on that first one. That, my friend, is a sharp knife. There you have it. I don't want to go any farther. It's pretty cool. We did chop some bamboo. So I made myself a chete-knife. Not a shitty knife, a chete-knife. Big camp knife. 12-inch blade, 18 and a quarter inches overall. It's a big shot, you know, we don't want to wreck it. 12-inch blade, 18 and a quarter inches overall. I'm not sure how much it weighs. It took me 4 hours, 15 minutes to make. No, 5 hours, 15 minutes to make. There you have it. And yeah, I have one person that's been waiting for a knife, and if they do not want it, I'll do a forward side chat. Actually, no, just if you $300 plus shipping. Make sure it's legal where you are. Make sure you're old enough to have a knife. Old School Forge at yahoo.com. Old School Forge at yahoo.com. $300 plus shipping. 'Tis yours. But like I said, somebody's got first dibs. We'll see what happens. Take care. Thanks for your support. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you found this video helpful, educational, maybe even if you just found it entertaining, and you want to support me, you can jump back to my channel. There's a button on the right hand side of the screen called support, and it's kind of like a tip jar. You can go ahead and leave channel a tip for this video, and that'll help me make some more, I guarantee. Thanks for your support as always.